This is brothers talking shit. Hold on, somebody got a lot going on right now. But yeah, on. You going?
That's not me.
This is brothers talking shit. Episode 92. That Reggie White. I know I ain't been putting out no numbers, but I had to pull out that Reggie. Go ahead, play Boys the Men. Go ahead, play Motown Philly.
I don't have it queued
Damn,
up.
I
don't have it queued up right now. Damn.
I'm about to cue that shit up right now, bro. On deck.
Hey, I definitely got
Okay, cool.
queued
Look at cool. Look at cool back there. Okay, cool.
Okay.
This is brothers talking shit. Episode 92. I am the Slush Man, also known as the Fat Boy, better known as the man who got no problem calling you broadish. And I'm your Huckleberry. Holla at me.
And I'm Rel, a.k.a. Iceberg Shorty, a.k.a. the king of less controversial comments. And I'm not your Huckleberry, but let me go and get on this motherfucker before we get into it, yo. Don't be posting your motherfucking waves on the motherfucking internet shit. It felt like a real motherfucking direct shot. Now everybody laughing at me. Charlotta laughing at me. Laughing at me. Everybody laughing at me, yo. That's all right. 2 hours, 1 minute. Don't worry about it. Go ahead, Juice. Oh, it's so cool. It's so cool.
Look. You all fucked up.
It's your guy, Cool Mike, a.k.a. Dr. Mike, a.k.a. the People's Podiatrist, also known as your favorite foot doctor. They call me Dropship Shorty, Saturday Night Mike. They call me Crypto Cool. We coming to you from the Prophetic Podcast, and we just some brothers talking
with your cool ass.
Hey man, you already know what it is. It's your homie boy Jew, aka Charm Guy, aka Juice, aka the Big Beard Bully, the Big Beard Bandit. You know I'm always lifted and gifted. You know what I'm saying? I'm just ready to podcast, baby.
Yeah. It's your boy Jordan. Here before 9. That's all I got.
Who laughed like that?
Hey,
that was Juice.
Hey, Shay.
Shay
Shay made the show too. Hey, Shay. All right, y'all, man. We episode 92, man. We coming up on 100, fellas. Quick fast.
We are.
By like July. Yeah.
That's a grind.
Just something to throw out there. So y'all mind, how y'all feeling, man? Pandemic, man, and shit.
I'm cool, bro. Can't complain.
No, what's crazy? I be watching shit and I be like, yo, they need to get 6 feet. Like, I be watching shit on TV like, yo, it's like the real world seems foreign, man. Like, this shit's like the new real world, dog.
Yeah, man.
This shit's serious.
So do we think that's, I mean, like, is that the way? Is that what it's going to be?
I mean, from what I've read, man, we ain't even get there yet. Cause like once the flu season really kick up in the fall, like the winter time in the fall, that's really when it's gonna be like the shit gonna be dangerous for people to be like outside, bro. Cause this shit's supposed to like attach itself to the flu, and it's basically you get sick, you gonna be sick.
All right, but on a brighter note, we ain't gonna do too much of that. Everybody got their last dance on. We talking about episode 5 and 6. Y'all get the watch. I watched both.
Yeah, I watched both.
I have not seen it yet.
I didn't get. I didn't get through all the 5.
But man, when I tell you some shit, like I don't know, there's a lot of shit that just really stuck out to me, man. First, they went into Kobe a little bit. I want to start there at the beginning with the Kobe situation, man. And it was a lot of hate for Kobe in the league. That All-Star game 98, that Eastern Conference locker room, man, had a lot of hate in it, man. A lot of cats Mike said some shit. I'm like, damn, that's how they feel. And then when I was watching Mike, to me, it felt Mike like, yeah, I wasn't passing the ball. All he do was do. And I'm like, Mike, that's what you used to do. Like, that's the same shit you was on. Like, yeah, I wouldn't pass that motherfucker the ball. Only way the motherfucker get the ball on my team is on the rebound. Like, yo, the hate was real, dog. How y'all feel about that Kobe situation?
I didn't call that hate. Kobe at that time was the youngest person to ever be in the All-Star game, right?
To start
in the All-Star game.
As a backup.
At 19 years old, right? So he was literally the future of the league at that point, right? And he knew it and nobody else knew it. And that's not his fault, right? The game was a lot older back then, and he ushered in, him and KG ushered in that new wave of young, talented motherfuckers who was going to come after you, right? So they was like, the young Laker boy want to take everybody one-on-one. I wouldn't call that hate. I call that respect, right? And Kobe was coming for it, right? But you heard what he said. It wouldn't be no 5 rings without Michael Jordan. What are we talking about?
Yeah. Grant Hill said, when he go up the dunk, I'm moving out the way. Yeah,
I ain't gonna put me on the poster. Yeah.
Yo, and it was crazy seeing Grant Hill, Anthony Hardaway in their locker room. They had some balls, like.
Yo, that's what I was looking at. I was like, that was two dudes who was like literally could have been like, up next, like not up next, but like like they would have been, that was both of them pre-injury. Like that's pre-Penny tearing up his knee, and come to find out after I watched one of his joints, I think on ESPN, like he basically played on the knee, like how Cool always was saying, yo, sit your ass down and chill. Like he played on the knee and fucked it up worse. And Grant Hill did the same thing. His ankle was broken. He played on a broken ankle in the fucking playoffs against, I think it was New York or some shit. Fucked this shit up for 2-3 years. He he wasn't even playing. Same with Penny.
Yeah.
And they would, people like, you ask dudes in the league, they'll tell you Grant Hill was the nigga. Like he was LeBron before LeBron. He might not have been as athletic, but in regards to like controlling the game in every aspect, like rebounding, passing, being able to score, beat you off the dribble. Like Grant Hill was crazy.
Fuck Grant Hill. It's Jalen Rose for life. And drive out this bitch. Black socks and motherfucking Nike, yo.
Now, I will give you that.
We don't like who he represented, yo. So fuck Grant Hill and Duke. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Cherry Hill. You know what I mean?
Grant Hill from Baltimore, though. From Baltimore.
I'm not rolling.
See? So what Baltimore song can I sing? 5
None.
steps? We were. Nigga, some Baltimore shit. We were. I'm gonna do every time a nigga say Baltimore. We were.
Yeah, that's funny as shit.
Another thing that stuck out to me was that Michael Jordan made Nike for real. Like Nike was a shit before Michael. Like I didn't know it was to that extent. Like Michael Jordan really made Nike for real. That shit was the crazy thing to watch.
You gotta watch these 30 for 30s, yo. You're missing out on a lot. Like these last dance shits is just putting bullshit together. Like I didn't think about that Dennis Rodman story was nothing compared to the Dennis Rodman.
The 30 for 30, man.
And the Soul Collector 30 for 30 has nothing. Like the Nike story is much bigger than they 3 or 4 minute segment they did, right?
Oh yeah,
it's a fucking big deal, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yo, they was on their way out. Like they was
never in though. Was they ever in? They were just
no. What I'm saying, like in regards to like they were like at their last leg, like you know what I mean. Like they was scrambling to find a way to make that shit.
I mean,
better than Adidas.
Black people have done this for all
entirety. Right?
Like when you look at Run DMC, my Adidas. When you look at all what Jordan did. When you look at Nelly, Air Force Ones. You niggas rock Air Force Ones because we was already doing it. But when Nelly just brought it to the top, we bring it to the culture. So, I mean, what else they been robbing us of? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
everything.
It's just what it is.
Yeah.
So,
fun fact about that Run DMC Adidas story, they have never been able to eclipse the sales that they got like during that period since then.
It's you know what, man? Like, it's definitely the whole idea of the Sphinx and cutting off your nose to spite your face, right?
Right.
Because it's sad, but there's a saying where, man, they say they'd rather burn it down than to see you win. You know what I mean?
Right.
And what I mean by that is, like, how do you, as Adidas, not understand the power of Run DMC? Like, they tell everybody throw your Adidas, hold your Adidas up in the air, and the whole crowd hold their shoe up in the air. How you don't put that on? How you don't license that and see the long play? right?
Right.
How you allowed Jordan, who didn't want to wear Nike at all,
right? His mama had to tell him to take the
even
meeting.
how Converse say, you know what? How Converse say, I don't see you ahead of the guys we got now.
Well, that's easy. That's easy. No, that's easy. So
well, they had two of the best athletes.
Right. So think about it from a boardroom. Think about it from a boardroom perspective, right? This is 1984. You have Magic Johnson, who's won multiple championships, Larry Bird, who's won multiple championships, and you got Dr. J, right? So you got the kid from North Carolina who literally just made a name for himself, right? And then that was a gamble that they was willing to take, kind of like Nike fucked up with Steph Curry. How you do that? but that was recent.
Right. So I actually agree with you, Rap. I actually agree with you. To further the point, I wanted to say, who is they, right? When we say that's what they do, because they are a room full of uncool people, right? And if we as cool controllers or culture controllers or culture related creators, and whether we can talk historically, this is what they've done. You know what I'm saying? And so the misses of Jay-Z and Priority, like, who is that person? Who is they that missed that? You know what I mean? It's somebody, right? But somebody's son with somebody's cousin.
Yeah, right, for sure. Every decision you make, you're either the smartest person or you're the dumbest person. And you don't know until it's 2020, right? Because hindsight is always 2020. I'm going to say Spike Lee is just as responsible for the success of the Air Jordan shoe as Michael Jordan himself, right? So probably for the first 6 years, Spike Lee putting it in movies and Do the Right Thing, and She's Gotta Have It. Like that stuff, you can't
play the part.
You know, Spike gave
the shoes. It's gotta be the shoes. Like,
hey, money, it gotta be the shoes, money.
Yeah. Like, you gotta think. So I read what I saw something recently was like, we associate Mike with like hip hop in our lyrics and stuff like that, but he's not really hip hop. You know what I'm saying? But that's where somebody like Spike Lee come in, because Spike kind of made the Jordans a part of the culture. He made it fashionable.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you said, bro, he implemented the urban part, which something that Mike made, Mike from rural North Carolina, like, you know what I mean? He ain't nothing about him hood. So our culture being a contemporary of his wouldn't be something that he probably wouldn't even gravitate to. Like they said, he listened to
country.
Yeah, like they said, he was listening to Anita Baker before games. You know what I'm saying? Like, he wasn't listening to like none of the shit they be playing during these joints.
I'm like Mary J. Blige boots. He don't even wear Jordans. Jordans.
Hey yo, if a nigga give you 50 after you give me joy, nigga.
Yeah, right.
But see, look, dog. In a nutshell, let's be real. Here's what it is in a nutshell. Okay, this is very simple. It's just what it is. It's like when you go to church. What's the first thing they do? They play the music. Music relaxes you. That's the first part of the process. You get the music, okay? The next part of the process is, you get the information, you get the order, you know what I'm saying? And obviously the residual is the feel good. So when you get the feel good of things, that right there gives you experience. So to see Jordan flying through the air, hip hop, all that stuff, to like really fuck with that shit tough, we influence the culture. That's what we do. We're very intuitive beings. We're very artsy. So that's just. But we're not innately evil motherfuckers. We don't feel like we have to get paid for what we do. We give our music away. We give things away. And everybody has taken advantage of it. When they talk about the culture vultures, I mean, that's all these motherfuckers is doing. You know what I'm saying? They're taking advantage of everything that we've done, everything we've given them. The medium. We're mediums, bro. We're transmitters. Like, as an artist, that's what I tune in. I lock in. I be zoned out. But I be making dope-ass fucking music. And if y'all don't know, go check my page, Word Your Music. I'm hard to fuck with. But anyways, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I also understand in that cockiness, you know what I'm saying, that I'm also thankful. I'm thankful because I got the gift to be able to do that, to influence people, to have people hit me up in my inbox, dog, that fuck with me, and fuck what I talk about. And you know what I'm saying? That's a gift, bro. But you got to use your message. How do you use your message? So the culture vultures, you know, they get in, they make us put the message out the way they want to put the message out. Like when we talk about gangster rap, you know, we just got to be real with ourselves, man. That shit wasn't cool. I love Pac. That shit wasn't cool, man. That shit was pumping us up full of shoot 'em up, gang bang, all that. That shit ain't cool, man. It's not. You gotta have a different message. So they just exploited the message. Everybody likes the negativity. You know, we like, you know, sex sales. Fuck it. I love it too. I fuck with it. I love big titty bitch. If you a big titty, if you big titties ass in a video, I'm watching it. I'm gonna be a fan of your music. It's bitches, it be bitches in my video. Like, it's gotta be. Bitches gotta be around because that's just how it be, you know? But we like that shit. That's just how I go. But, you know, you gotta be careful with your message, bro, you know, and you can't be on no death shit, no kill shit. And that's a problem. That shit ain't good for us, man. It's not. And some of my favorite rap be like, it be fucked up. It do, man. So that's my take.
Well, I mean, and the other thing with Mike is Mike had to go out there and put on the performance. As much as we say Spike did play a part, but like he said, if I average 3 points a game and 2 rebounds, I don't give a fuck what Spike talking about. Ain't nobody gonna grab them joints.
That's not true.
You think it's different?
I don't think that's true.
Okay.
Penny didn't have a goddamn career like that.
But when Penny Sneaks came out, Penny was balling though, bro.
I'm saying now.
Nigga, them shits.
They were just hot.
You don't understand what I'm saying. Is sneaker culture. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, no, I wouldn't. Nobody give a fuck. Like, because it became a fashion statement.
Like
right?
you gotta think about it.
Nobody wear Jordans now because they seen Michael Jordan play.
Oh,
yeah.
That's what I mean by that.
Right. A lot of these kids never seen him play. If you ask them, they'll tell you that they think LeBron better, and you know what I mean, a whole bunch of shit. Right. Like they'll be like, man, he can't do this, but they wear them fucking shoes because they look good.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, no doubt. What y'all think about the whole? Well, they went into the What stuck out to me in both episodes was just the build up of a black man, and then how they tried to break him down. And I know y'all didn't see the second episode, but in the second episode they go into how when they played the Knicks and they were down 0-1 against the Knicks in the Eastern Conference Finals, he left New York and went to AC with his dad and gambled. And he said he was into the casino till 2 o'clock in the morning. Then he had a poor performance. You know what I'm saying? Then he went into the gambling thing, and that was a major thing. Like he was playing golf. He was golfing with some guy who ended up getting
$500,000.
No, that's not even that. The white boy it was 1.2 million. He said, Mike.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, 1.2.
But then it was another guy that had got convicted of something that Mike had owed like 50,000 to, and Mike said it was an investment, but ended up saying he owed them in a bet. So they really go into the whole like his addiction. Like Mike will bet you anything. If you're playing dollar pity pack games, he went in just to take your money. Like but what he was saying was that he doesn't have an addiction to gambling. He has an addiction to competition. You know, so do you think that's true? I mean, like he said, his whole thing was my kids aren't going without, my wife ain't going out, I ain't losing my house. You know what I'm saying? So end of the day, it's a hobby. Everything I do, like they try to make a big deal about him going to Atlantic City in between game 1 and 2. I haven't done anything that's breaking rules as far as the league, as far as the world. I ain't breaking no rules. So, what's the problem? So, I mean, it kind of went into the whole thing of how they built him up, and then they, tried to break him down, like, and as a black athlete. I wonder how y'all feel about that.
Somebody made a good, what I thought was a pretty valid point when they said, despite the fact that he could have been on the up and up, and he might have been oblivious to the fact that like he golfing or whatever with somebody that's a ex-con. Don't nobody ask where you got your money from if y'all just on golf course necessarily, right? Was the point. They said, so if you, for example, get into somebody for 1.2 million, right? And even though that was the good guy, I guess, or whatever, or say you get to a stranger for whatever million, right? They said, the reality is you could get to a situation where you ain't even got to have Mike lose the game, but you might say, make the spread under this or score under this or something, you know what I mean? Like that. So it just brought on the air potentially that shit wasn't right. And remember that NBA ref really got popped for whatever, what's his name, Donahue, the whistleblower, I guess. I don't know the specifics in his case, but it's just like the air of impropriety, I think, was as much, whether it was, whether that was his reality or not. I could see that point, especially in a league where they was trying to, where it pre-social media, they try to act like shit was all buttoned up back then.
I definitely think he was gambling out the league and in the league. I think he was shaving points. I mean, look, dog, it is what it is. He's that good. When you're that good, you can do shit like that. I think that he probably even retired. I've heard rumors where he retired because of that. It was real investigation was going to come down on him. You know what I'm saying? So
you talking about the first time he retired or in 98?
Oh, that first time. Yeah, that first time he retired. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's not hard to believe. It is what it is. But at the end of the day, who's to say that that's wrong? Who's to say that, it's another motherfucker waving their finger when you got the NCAA and all that shit's rigged. All that shit at some point. I'm not saying it's not authentic in the sense that it's a real game plan, but it'd be a lot of silly shit going on to make money. That's just what the fuck it is. So, I don't care about that gambling shit. I don't care about
it's been done before. That's precedent.
Yeah. Fuck it.
Do you think it's hard to control non-other athletes? And I think I might ask this question before. Was you talking about basketball though? It might have been NFL, but do you think it's possible to control that much of the game?
But that's what I was saying. Like they don't even have to fix the game. They could go over under. Say you say don't score, 35 points or something, whatever it is, or whatever, or team total points. It was just a fascinating. I thought it was a good point that like you could do stuff and not even, it's not
without being obvious.
Yeah, without throwing the game, without losing. They be like, you ain't got to pay your bets off, Mike. Just go underneath this tonight. You know what I mean? And we're gonna bet on this, and nobody's gonna That's not unreasonable to believe.
I think that happens more often than not because
all the time,
money. It's more money in gambling than there is the sport. Like, it's just so simple, right? I can't say that I wouldn't shave points. Right?
I got
a prime
example. A prime example is that motherfucker. If y'all, you can't tell me no different. Harrison Barnes, when Cleveland won the championship, you can't tell me Harrison Barnes wasn't shaving points.
What make you say that?
Nigga, if you get a chance, watch them fucking. They on the NBA TV.
They running them back. Yeah, they running them back.
you can watch them on demand. Like they got all the finals on the NBA app from 2000 to last year. So you can watch. Yeah, you can just watch them. I didn't watch it.
Jordan doing the fucking op-ed on the goddamn.
Hey, did y'all
doing the crisis?
That they take back?
Yo, I'm telling you, Neef, if you watch Harrison Barnes, those I think the last 3 or 4 games, he had them in shaving points. And when you look at the box score, this nigga went 5 for 35.
He just kept shooting.
Who the fuck shoot?
Harrison Barnes shouldn't be shooting that much.
Yo, what NBA player? I mean, it was over 3 games, but he hit 5 shots in 3 games.
Yeah, he was picking it up.
He was shaving.
And getting his ass bust.
He was shaving. They had to get KD.
What was you saying, Cool? I mean, Juice.
Oh no, I was just saying like it's all like, okay, did y'all know that they take bets on who might be the president?
Yes.
Okay, so
kind of stuff.
One of the things that they're going to look at is influence. So if something happens at a certain rate, then we can assume that this is going to happen over here. It's just like stocks. Everything is influential. So depending on how this influences that, I can then assume you start making all these calculations. So you can motherfuckers be like, oh, they're not fixing games. It's like, or it's not fake. Okay, it's not fake, but it can be influenced. Like most definitely. Like it's like, damn, on one night you might be like, damn, James Harden, you going hard as fuck here, but this next night you may not be going hard here. The thing is this, if you're a master of the craft, like when I sit down and put on a record, I'm always making sure that hoe is boop, 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 boop. I'm never making a mistake. If you notice, Jordan never went to a motherfucking Game 7. He never went to a Game 7. When you're a master of the craft, dog, when you understand how to do shit, you could do all kind of shit. That's just how it is when you put your mind to it. So I believe, like, if a motherfucker can look at Kobe, he said when he went had with 81 points, was it 81 points?
81, yeah.
Yeah, he was like, the goal looked like a fucking big, it's just like a hole, like you just don't miss. You just that honed in on how to do that shit. So yeah, motherfuckers can do that shit. I think I'm not accusing anybody. I don't want to just throw names out there, and I ain't talking about no Illuminati shit. That ain't what the fuck I'm saying. That shit's bullshit. I ain't talking about none of that.
Well, I am Harrison fucking Barnes. My bad.
Nah. I'm saying I ain't saying it's like that. I'm just saying like, but why not though? Why if I could get more money, if I'm gonna win the game anyway, if I'm gonna go on there and get more money, why not do it? Why not? I'm still winning at the end of the day. Of course, I'd fucking totally do that if I could.
Let me ask you something. Is what's my main man who rode the bike and was on steroids? And got caught up in the steroid shit. What's his name?
Yo, buddy. Damn, dog. Fuck.
What's my man name, bro?
Lance Armstrong.
Lance Armstrong.
Lance Armstrong, right. Is he still rich?
Yes.
Yeah. They can't, nigga, they can't take that money back.
But he can't show his face no more. You know what I'm saying?
He got a whole podcast.
Yeah, what you talking about? He get money to he getting the ski mask way now.
Oh,
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You can do that when you white.
No, because like what you was saying.
You can do that when you white, but fucking OJ, they trying to take him off of Twitter. Let that man tweet, man.
Yeah.
Man, if you want money, man, you gotta have the competitive edge. If you want to get to the paper, you gotta have the competitive edge. Right. If you can't get to if you don't have information, let me tell you something. Insider trading is a thing. It's a thing because you get the benefit to know what's gonna happen, so you can go get the cake. Who the fuck you think don't do that though? They all do that. Who don't want that? That's why you say
when you get caught.
Well, if you get, when
you get caught, you do a year in jail like Martha Stewart. Yeah. You come out and get a show with Snoop. So what?
And tell your story, right?
Yeah. So what?
I'm not promoting the idea of insider trading, but what I'm saying is, who gets to control the rules? Who gets to say what? Who gets to say what's right or wrong? Why we always look at the surface. You don't ever go to above that. Okay, so I'm here to say that. Okay, for instance, why can't we buy pussy? Some of these, look, dog, listen. Why can't we buy, listen. Why can't I say things because it's true? It's a man right now that don't want to be like me and have 2 wives or have 2 girlfriends, who don't want that much pussy, don't want that much responsibility. He wants to just go to work, get him some pussy, and go home. Why can't he go do that? Who the fuck are we to say that he can't go buy him some pussy and go home? You see what I'm saying? Like, we just fall into this whole, oh, it's wrong, you're bad. So, and look, the woman getting paid.
Who said it was wrong or bad? That's your choice. I don't think that's. I don't.
No. He's saying
but it's not legal. It's illegal.
Oh,
listen,
okay.
You don't think it's wrong, but it is illegal. They're going to go to jail. So we're talking about morality here, while somebody at the top is saying, oh, you can't sell no pussy or you can't smoke no weed. It's like, dude, why not? Like, why? Why ask why? So it's like,
well, ain't the real reason because they can't really they can put a tax on that motherfucker. That shit would happen, wouldn't it?
They could put a tax on. They could put a tax on anything.
Yeah, they figured it out.
Figure it out in Nevada.
Yeah.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So that's the only reason why it's probably illegal, right?
No, I think it's just it probably has more to do with fucking some kind of bullshit pagan belief or some shit that they done fed us somewhere. Cause it don't make sense.
Man, it's survival of the fittest, bro. I've
always been on not the philosophy, I don't want to say that, but just the belief that morality should have no place in law. What you stand on in principle and your morals are yours. Unless unless those principles and morals are directly affecting someone and harming them, then you should be able to, do as you please. Like, there's one thing about, when they had the little Amsterdam episode on The Wire, it was like, that shit made sense because it's like, people not going to stop getting high. So why not provide them with a safe environment? I mean, obviously, but like in Amsterdam, is they got basically not shooting galleries, but where you can go shoot your dope, you get clean needles. They don't have to worry about crime and murder and all that shit. You know what I mean?
So
cool. Then you say some shit that happened up in Philly, right?
So, right, exactly. So you take it, let's go back a bit to Mayor Kurt Schmoke, who Baltimore mayor in the 80s thought and advocated for the legalization of drug use in some way, right? Figuring overall, and I'm oversimplifying, but basically figuring to be cleaner, safer, less you decriminalize this, okay? Fast forward decades later, they decriminalized weed and then made it legal, then made it whatever, right? They also have safe haven shoot up drug treatment plan right out of the script of a HBO show on The Wire, right out of the reality that Kurt Schmoke was pretty much ran out of town for thinking that way, you know, three decades earlier. And now, because it affects a certain demographic of people, we got clean, safe haven, shoot up police.
It makes sense.
You know,
because Becky and Bobby, they want to make sure Becky and Bobby can come home safe for Thanksgiving.
Becky and Bobby.
Yeah.
That's what it's about.
Absolutely.
Hey, yo, now, a lot of these situations we talking about, like, I wrote these topics down because it's about Jordan, but it's about not Jordan as in Jordan who's on the podcast. It's about Michael Jordan. But to me, it's conversations that we had that's deeper than him. You know what I'm saying? Like the next thing I'm about to ask you about is the Horace Grant situation, whereas though it was a reporter who was an investigative reporter who, this is how it all started, all the real Mike Jordan, he started. He was an investigative reporter before he was a reporter for whatever newspaper he was out of Chicago. And they were saying basically that, like, basically Horace Grant had a lot of issues with how he was portrayed on the team. He felt like the third guy, whatever. And so they were saying that like, I guess it was a lot of animosity Horace had towards Mike. So as men, is it right for, if somebody got in, like, if there's an animosity, like, let's say I'm not feeling Mike, is it cool for me to go to a reporter and speak about him behind his back, knowing we in the same locker room?
You couldn't even get the question out good.
Yeah.
No. Hey, cool. Hold on. Pause real quick. I'm on a diet, right? And I can't drink what I want to drink. So I'm like real sober. I'm real sober.
No, I'm talking about you ain't cut from no cloth that even believe that you would be like, if I got a problem with Mike.
Hey, that's sucker shit. That's sucker shit, bro.
That's what happened. That's what Horace Grant did. He started blabbering. He started patty.
Listen, so they said that basically Horace was cool with the ball. He was the most cool. Like, so they said it was Horace. I think Mike even said it was Horace. But then B.J. Armstrong said it had to be more than Horace to give out that information. So it had to be. It might have been players, coaching staff, management. But the stuff that was being said about Mike and him not being, like, basically it was a lot of shade thrown his way as far as being a teammate and stuff like that.
That's
a lot of things being said about him, right? And they said, well, Horace Grant is cool with the guy who wrote the book. It was a book that was wrote.
So it's likely Horace. They put it on Horace.
Right. They saying it's Horace. Horace said it's not.
It wasn't.
I mean, but that come with the territory when you ain't elevating your team, bro. Like, at the end of the day, what I mean is you taking niggas to championships, but you ain't making sure niggas getting the bread right. That's why LeBron a better nigga, because at the end of the day, LeBron gonna get you the bread. Like, it's like the dope dealer, bro. Like,
LeBron got a lot of niggas money.
He definitely got a lot of these money.
Tristan Thompson need to put that nigga on.
Like, J.R. Smith.
Oh my God.
But see, look, it's just like the dope dealer. The reason why the hood, that's why he give out turkeys. Like, he give out turkeys because the hood ain't gonna turn on you. You taking care of the hood. You elevate. Wow. If you elevate niggas and give less room for jealousy, niggas will step for you. So at the end of the day, Michael out here, he might be the GOAT in the game, but just as a person, he a sucker ass nigga because he wasn't elevating his people. Why the fuck he gotta go fight for the check? Why people gotta go fight for their bread when you got all the say on the motherfucking NBA? So they gonna go snitch on you, bro.
So
it ain't even that. It ain't even.
He not from the. But yo, that's the thing though. He's not from the hood. You know what I'm saying?
No.
So that.
No. I'm not saying he should. I'm not saying he.
Right.
This what I'm saying.
Right.
I'm not
a knock
about. I'm not talking about if he should or shouldn't. I'm telling you
Okay,
why
okay.
it happened.
Yeah,
I'm not. I don't. It's not about. I don't care what the fuck Mike do. I'm telling
Yeah,
him.
it's his
At
money,
the end of the
right.
day, at the
Right.
end of the day, if you're not elevating your niggas, you're gonna have some hoe ass niggas in the mix. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
In order to be too, it'd be that thing where as though everybody glorify you, but then you grind me up all the time to my face, and you got shit with you. You get what I'm saying? So it's like,
I mean,
let's
you a
say,
man though. Like if that
right.
if that
I
shit
know.
gets to you,
Listen,
like,
as a man, but it's some weak men out here, and they can't
Right.
take it. Oh, he want to grind me up,
Broadish.
and he getting all the what's the name?
Broadish.
Exactly, broadish, all capital letters. He want to grind me up, but he doing this and he doing that. You get what I'm saying? I see guys in situations like I done seen in a job situation where a boy was doing something nutty. He said, "Man, I don't know why he talking. This nigga, he cheating on his wife." Like, damn.
Damn.
Y'all niggas is crazy. You get what I'm saying?
I'll be
Like,
like,
right, that's how they go. They go to that point where they're like, oh, who is he?
No,
He's over here doing this. You get what I'm saying? And they can't take
no
it.
OGs
It's weak
in his
nigga
life.
shit, though. It's weak.
Hey,
Hey,
look.
listen, these niggas.
I know y'all can relate to this. All the niggas that ain't Memphis Bleak, mad. All the niggas that ain't Memphis Bleak, mad. What Memphis Bleak do? He say, you know what? I ain't gonna try to take out the king. I'ma just know how he move, and I'ma respect him so I can go do my own thing. So I see the whole power in sewing into another nigga. Like, I'ma help that nigga get up. I'ma help him. I'ma help brothers. I'ma be here all the time, bro. It'd be hard to be here. I'm here all the fucking time because I love this shit. I want to see it elevate. I ain't hating. So you hating on the next nigga, you can't see that sometimes it's the power in how he do shit so you could go do shit. Wise man, what? He'll watch you go through it so he don't have to go through it. Niggas don't be listening to these motherfucking lyrics. That's why Jay-Z said, do you listen to music or do you skim through it? You don't fucking understand. Nigga been giving us game the whole fucking time.
Mm-hmm.
But know what,
You know what I'm
yo?
saying?
You just made a dope-ass point right there with the Memphis Bleak situation. Because Memphis Bleak is an example of a real one for the simple fact that you forget 98 Hov said,
Yeah.
what he say about on the song, him and Bleak?
As
He's
long
like,
as he's alive.
not even
As
that. I'm
long as
talking
I'm
about
alive.
before that.
That.
He said, this is Bleak, on the come up, hold on, wait to fill my crown drink. Got to lock it down, and when they rush, he keeps telling them, the game is yours. You know what I'm saying? Bleak could have got salty and been like, damn, he keeps saying the game
Oh, you
is
talking
mine,
about the beginning when he was like, Bleak gonna be a new, improved Jay-Z.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So
the intro.
he could have, but I think on the song he said something too. I can't ain't coming to my mind right now. But the whole twist is, it takes a real one to accept the fact that if somebody telling you, yo, you next, you gonna be the one, and you never get the shot. How many guys have we seen that was under somebody and got frustrated by the fact that it didn't move fast enough for them, and they stepped off? Now Bleak he had a couple albums. Bleak brought Duce to Hov. Bleak is doing things in other aspects. You get what I'm saying? Whereas though he could have felt like, damn, he promised me this and I ain't get it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's the realness of it when you see other guys in those types of similar situations who didn't stick around.
And Bleak was silent in interviews for decades. You know, never. Everybody know where he stand. Like, you only had to know him, but you know what I mean. Like, you respect.
You never gonna get Bleak to say nothing bad about the big homie.
Yeah,
it's just not. You ain't gonna put. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not gonna get Bleak, Emery,
but he'll give you real answers.
Say nothing crazy about Hov. Like, it's
that's respect.
Yeah.
And I can't believe.
Okay.
Oh no, I ain't got to say. I just can't believe dudes that's cut like that. That just be like.
Because it's a lot of motherfuckers when shit don't go their way, you see the realness. You get what I'm saying? The real shit come out when motherfuckers ain't getting what they want, or it's all good when everything's going great. You know, when we
because as men we gotta eliminate. I'm gonna just say it, bro. I got a sermon coming called "Eliminate the Bitch in You." You gotta eliminate the bitch in you. Until you get rid of the bitch inside, you'll always want to be like the next nigga. It's just like a girl. What do women do? They get selfish. They want to fight. Why don't you like her? Because she looking at me funny. Why you jealous? Why are you worried about her? So when a nigga jealous, that's a fucking female trait. Kill the bitch inside, nigga. Be a man.
But see, what people have to understand is another man's success has nothing to do with you. You get what I'm saying? When I see my brothers grab houses or get new jobs I don't feel like, damn, well, I didn't go do what, you know what I mean? I don't feel like that. I feel like, all right, we in different lanes. We not competing against each other. You get what I'm saying? So end of the day, when I see oh, yo, my man, he got a better job. But my man just bought a crib. I'm the first one to hit you up and congratulate you. You get what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I love to see my family eat. I love to see my folks doing anything. You get what I'm saying? Like what I'm doing and what I got going on, whether it's right now, my ups and downs, whether I'm up right now, I'm down right now, the way life goes sometimes, it don't mean nothing. I enjoy seeing my guys do well. You get what I'm saying? I love seeing, I don't hate on no other podcast. Guess what? I'm not competing with y'all. What we doing over here is what we doing. We not even in the same lane. So it's nothing for me to support the Queen of Podcasts. It's nothing for me to support the Group Chat Live podcast. And guess what? They doing their thing, and I love what they doing. Or anybody else out there, they doing anything I support. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? What we doing over here is us. We not losing nothing by what y'all gaining. You get what I'm saying? And that be a lot of people. Why I don't got a new car yet? Or why he got a new car? Why he got a house, man? And I work harder than him, and he cheat on his wife. Like,
you know why it is. You know why it is, Nito. I'm gonna tell you why it really is. Niggas don't want to put the work in. Everybody want to be the man. Everybody don't want to be like the man. And what that is it take work, bro. Like it take work to put together a show. It take work to come up with topics. It take work. Some niggas don't want to put the work in. Some niggas want to be the play callers. Some niggas want to be the players. And you know what? If you want to be a player, cool, accept that. But if you want to be a player caller, nigga, you got to play under the play caller to learn how to call plays so you can call plays, nigga. It's game. Wake up. Niggas be on some dumb. I studied other niggas. I seen what Stally do. I seen what Larry June do. I seen what Currency do. I seen these niggas. I followed these niggas. Everybody need a disciple because they gotta have followers. You gotta gain followers to influence. You gotta follow the other niggas to learn from. It's all a cycle. Niggas be missing it, bro. It's pimping 10 fucking motherfucking way. niggas be out here don't understand. It's like, dog, like you gotta learn from other niggas. You gotta learn from them. And so it's just when we gonna get out there? When we gonna grow
your
up?
time might not be right now, dog. Your time to shine might not be right this minute, dog. But that man, anybody else shine, real shining. Don't put me in the shade. Real shining is me shining. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't put me in the shade. Whatever I got going on, shit. Like, end of the day, nigga, when I rapped, I put all my niggas in the verse. Man, niggas made verses on my shit. You get what I'm saying, nigga? Nigga, we all going. It's us. You know what I mean? If the world was sucker free, it'd just be me and my niggas left. You know what I mean? That's just how I feel about it.
Damn, that's what's up.
that's Jadakiss. That's Jadakiss.
I know. But I'm like, but now it hit harder now. Like, damn, like shit. You know, it is what it is, man. That's why we just gotta man up. And I think black men gotta get over this too, man. We gotta get, past like. We got to learn how to deal with masculine energy. Like when I'm talking to you as a brother, what I may mean by what I'm saying, don't take it the wrong way. Like everybody ain't a hater, man. Somebody just trying to motivate you and get you on the right path. Like it's okay to be truthful and tell a nigga if he suck. Like you ain't helping me. Like if my records ain't, like the records hit harder now because at one time they didn't hit hard. You know what I'm saying? The lyrics go good now because at one time they really wasn't that good. You know what I'm saying? You just learn how to put that shit together, bro. You got to learn. If you ain't trying to learn what you're doing, then, if you ain't trying to be great, if you ain't trying to be better, then what the fuck you doing? Every man has a burning desire in himself to be better if he a man.
Yo, real shit, right? When I first started writing, right? I mean, I had to be like 17 when I really started writing seriously. My man Trez had a birthday party. So he had a birthday party. He had the mic downstairs and everything. And I had spit a rhyme, and niggas took the mic from me. And I was like, yo, I swear to God, yo, ain't nobody ever in their life gonna ever take a mic from me again. I promise you. Like, that shit ain't never gonna happen no more. Like, that shit was just like, that shit just stayed with me forever. Like, I ain't never gonna let nobody ever, when I spit, niggas ain't never gonna be like, oh, this nigga corny. That shit ain't never gonna happen again. So, like, that shit real, what you just said right there. Like, I mean, you gotta know, you gotta put that bullshit out there just for niggas. I know for me, that shit, stuck with me for the whole time I wrote after that. Like, no whack verses, nothing. I'm going hard every time out. Point blank, period.
I think that's the whole thing about even like the Judas. Like nobody understands why Judas portrays Jesus. Judas is really like, he's not even concerned with the elevation. That nigga concerned with the attention. he want niggas to look at him and praise him because he wants to be self-serving. He believes, oh, looking at me, you need to look at me. That's gonna make him. He's self-fulfilling instead of, hey, let me learn from this nigga because he gonna take me to the next spot. That's the whole concept. That's why you got them. You know what I'm saying? The motherfuckers around, like you gotta understand. And sometimes it's a lesson. Sometimes like if you a bitch ass nigga, you get what come with that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
see that shit like Fab said. Fab said money ain't the root of all evil. Attention is. Like that's what motherfuckers want. Motherfuckers want attention. Motherfuckers want to be seen. Like I mean, like another thing. Going back to Mike, like I couldn't live that life he lived. Cameras, like you can't do nothing regular. Like all I really want is the bread, dog. Like I just want my family to be straight. I don't want everybody. Everybody don't got to know my face, yo. You know what I mean? I want that shit to be like American Gangster. Like, yo, why is he in the front? Like, who the fuck is that? I don't want them to know who I am. I just want to be there. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't need that shit right there to not.
Somebody, to your point, Neef, somebody was like, they was like, think about how for the last, month and a half, they told us to sit home. They like, don't go to the movies, don't go. They like, Michael Jordan been living that life for 40 years.
Oh, that's what Sterling said. Sterling Sharp said that this morning.
Yeah, that's a great point. I thought it was a great perspective.
Sterling,
because
my bad,
Shane. Oh, you fucking up.
Because when you talk about
Sterling, my favorite anyway.
We look at that, and especially women, but men, we can be guilty too. But like you say, looking at somebody else's lane, trying not to. But that's what the world is. You know what I'm saying? And so when you look at somebody else's lane, it could be easy, like you said, to veer off. But it's all about timing. It ain't meant for it's meant for you. It's meant for you. And men, we tend to do a better job at that than women a lot of times. You know what I mean? But again, we can get caught up too. So definitely just a good perspective. You know what I mean? I thought it was a good perspective that Shannon put out there.
Yeah, no doubt. I got one more Mike question. Do y'all think Mike really retired for the gambling, or was it him being burnt out the first time when he retired in '93?
I think it was a little bit of both. Okay.
And his dad passed away too, right? His dad passed away.
Was murdered.
Right, and that shit. Ain't that shit? Oh, my bad. Right. And that shit was weird though, right? I know they're gonna go into that probably next week. But that whole
I don't think they go into that one. From what I haven't seen any
weird because of the circumstances and the way it happened, right?
Like, you say you don't think it was weird?
No, like that shit happens.
Wait. What? So what actually happened?
He was broke down on the side of the road, sleeping in his car. Motherfuckers went to rob him and kill him.
Yeah, that's kind of what happened. Well, not kind of what happened, but who had a similar story like that? It was Chris Paul, it was his grandfather, right?
Isn't that what happened to what's his name, son too? Bill Cosby's son.
Bill Cosby's son, Enos or something.
Enos, yeah. Enos.
He had a girl. I think the girl he was with set him up. He had like a hook in the car or something.
We gotta fact check that.
Yeah, he had like a girl. It came out. It was like one of those stories that like faded away. Cool. It was like a woman with him in the car, and then she was unidentified or some shit like that.
You know what? That sound like that could have been possible. I'm just saying. That sound like, hey, I'm just saying.
Yeah, but that Mike shit, man. His dad, I don't know. Like Rel said, that shit could happen. I don't think it had nothing to do with the gambling.
Right.
I think he just quit. I think he was physically tired, and it seemed like from where the story left off last night, like the media on him about the gambling shit probably just was,
Well, they said Magic said, yo, y'all going run him off. Y'all gonna make this man retire and leave the way y'all are treating him. Magic said he said that to the media.
Yeah, I mean, like, mentally, physically, and all that. Like, there got to be something, man.
Right. So is it anything to be said about the fact that we've talked about it before earlier in the podcast, but we had the miscommunication as far as him being a prison owner. But the fact that Mike didn't never really come out and stand for anything. The quote that stuck out to me that was crazy was Republicans buy Nikes too. That's what they said when he wouldn't support the guy in North Carolina, the black man who was running for office in North Carolina. Mike sent the donation, but his mom and dad want him to come out and support him with a statement, and Mike refused to do that. And when they asked him about it, Mike said, "Republicans buy Nikes too."
Yep, that's smart.
Do that shit.
That was smart.
First of all, he didn't say it to anybody in the media. He said it to Horace and Scotty, and it was really tongue in cheek, right? But the reality is,
you saying Horace said that? Horace put that out there?
No. Maybe. But who gives a fuck? The Republicans buy Nike too. Like, that's true.
And
I get tired of us standing on this Republican Democrat. We supposed to vote Democrat because we black shit. Like, that shit just as bad as motherfucking slavery in church.
My grandmother voted Republican.
Just as bad.
Yo, Grandma Rose voted Republican up until Obama was a candidate. However long she was.
Why did she vote Republican? Tell it though.
Because
you about to keep on the cook. Let's see what he about to say.
Hold on.
No. Hey, cool. I asked her. She said back then, during her time, the Republicans took care of our people.
So period. Like the Republican Party was the party that freed and all that kind of stuff. It flip-flopped somehow. That's why I don't want to call it bullshit. But like Grandma Rose was 99 at a time of her in her passing. At a time of her life, the Republican Party was like we see the Democratic Party now. Period. Like I don't know the historic, and I don't know the dates, and I don't know the whatever.
Yeah, like when did this shit flip flop? Like
it flip flopped somehow, somewhere, and then now I'm too smart. Like there was an age of which that would have matter of fact when he said it or when it was news, it might have been like, oh, that's fucked up in my mind at least, or psyche or whatever, just because of kind of how you grow up. But like that's I think where the generation above us, with all due respect, and maybe the one above them, got it wrong. Like the being rocked to sleep Republican Democrat thing shouldn't even be a thing. It got the country duped. You understand? We should be some independent thinkers that go person to person based on whatever they certain situation is. Not like Democrat down the board, Republican down the board. And we can no longer be sorry that we're saying that out loud. We should no longer be sorry that that's a thing. So when he said it back then, even though it's tongue in cheek, sure. But now you fast forward, what the heck? Like, I don't even mind him saying that's the least. That's XYZ on the shit of things that Michael Jordan might have did that was like, oh, that's fucked up, Mike, or not as good as somebody else. Mike, I don't begrudge him at all that part.
Right, I'm not saying not even a statement of the Republican thing, not even saying that, but just the fact that he never really came out and like LeBron James, being LeBron James, like LeBron stands for something.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily say that. Like, I guess. I mean, I'm sorry to cut you off. I'll let you finish. My bad. So I don't know if it's a matter of like as LeBron standing for something that Michael Jordan doesn't. It could just be a difference of principle. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta understand. Like LeBron from the inner city, single parent home. Like Michael Jordan, 2-parent household, blue collar. Like his parents, they weren't well off, but they had a comfortable standard of living that was afforded him. You know what I'm saying? And historically, Black folks in those rural areas tend to lean, in regards to voting behaviors, more conservatively. Not necessarily. And I'm saying the word conservative because that could be whatever party they choose. So he, from his experience, his life that he grew up with, may have associated more with that thought process, even though the context of that governor who was running was just a blatant racist, blatant racist. And it wasn't not even being like he was like bull kind of racist, like he wasn't even like fake racist. He was like outwardly like
racist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and Mike gave money to his party.
To the black guy party.
The black guy.
No.
Party. Yeah, the black guy party.
Oh yeah, to the black guy party.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah.
So I don't think it was a matter of him not standing for standing for something in regards to us. I just think it's just different because he does. I don't think Michael Jordan really ever associated himself with, quote unquote, the struggle as well as urban Black America.
It's not everybody's place to feel like they have a righteous cause. Like, and that's my fucking prerogative to not stand for something that I don't give a fuck about. Like, it's just certain shit I don't care about. And as I got older, there's certain shit I care about more than shit that I didn't, right? And like, he said, I'm not a politician. And Muhammad Ali stood on the ground he stood on, so be it. You know what I'm saying? Michael Jordan stood on the ground he stood on. And I don't appreciate the guy getting up there saying, people gonna forget Michael Jordan, but ain't nobody gonna forget Muhammad Ali. Get your knucklehead shucking and jiving, bean pie selling.
He said that shit in the vacuum. He said that shit in the vacuum. Like, I don't even think he probably saw that shit last night. Was like, damn.
I'm not less of a human if I don't create a school like LeBron did.
Yeah, with my millions. No, you aren't.
I don't care.
You just might be a piece of shit.
Do the right thing that you feel like is good for you and fight for your own causes, whatever that is. Leave me the fuck alone.
And that's your God-given right. Like that's the freedoms, quote unquote, that they give us here. Like we those liberties are afforded us here. You have those rights to be just as selfish, or not even selfish, but just whatever you want to do with your money. That's your prerogative. You don't have to be an actor.
It's your prerogative, man. Just do you, man.
I'm not giving them a pass. Like, I ain't giving them a pass. But Michael Jordan has also done a lot, though. Like, when Spike was trying to get Malcolm X done, he couldn't get any money. Michael Jordan was one of the people who gave him a whole shitload of money. Basically, Michael Jordan and Michael Jackson pretty much funded the whole fucking film. And, he didn't have to do that. You know what I'm saying?
That's why no matter how late you are here. Who the fuck even knew?
Y'all knew that? Spike said it. He was like, he was running low on money. The studio wouldn't the studio told him no, because you got to think, the Nation of Islam, and most of those studios are run by Jews. So the Nation of Islam and Jews, and the relationship is shaky at best. He couldn't get no money to produce it. And Michael Jackson and Michael Jordan pretty much ponied up the money.
Now that we got Terrell Morrell up, let's talk about this Lakers $4.8 million that he been fucking. That's why I called him today, because he can start talking about that shit. So let's talk about how the Lakers, what the Lakers do with this $4.8 million, bro. Go ahead, you got the stage, man. What's up with
now?
Yeah, bro.
Biggest Laker fan on the planet. I've been a Laker fan for.
You might not be the biggest Laker fan on this podcast.
I'm okay. Yeah.
Stealing.
If that's what you want to believe. The Lakers is a multi-billion-dollar franchise. If I had $6 billion right now to spend in cash, I probably couldn't buy the Lakers. Why the fuck are the Lakers taking a $4.6 million loan from small businesses? That shit is fucking insane.
Bro, because these sports leagues fall under nonprofits.
I'm so sick, yo. First it was fucking Shake Shack that pissed me off. Then it was Ruth Chris. I'm like, damn, is everything I fucking love outside of, my house filing for goddamn going, this shit's crazy, yo.
But I can see a franchise like Shake Shack or even Ruth Chris,
Why do you need $20 million and your doors are still open? Right? When there's small businesses out here that can't afford.
But you gotta think they generating their revenue off of foot traffic day to day, and that's gone. Like, as a restaurant, if I'm a restaurant, I'm taking that shit. I don't give a fuck if I'm McDonald's. Besides McDonald's.
But is Ruth Chris small business?
in comparison to when you compare it to like,
is the Lakers small business?
No, they just filing a nonprofit. That shit is bullshit.
I'm just saying.
They need to get that fucking loophole out of here, man.
Yeah,
it's sad.
I know one
it's a sad day when people I had to close on my flower shop. It's 6 employees. Like
right.
even on my joint, I was like, they was like, yo, you want to file for small business? Oh yeah, by the way, you can't. You know what I'm saying? Then they allowed me to do it like after the fact. But then all the money was gone. The money was gone.
Right.
The money was gone because the fucking Lakers, Ruth Chris and Shake Shack got it. So now all of it. So now you want to like the good Samaritan. I say, yo, we gave it back. Well, why'd you take it?
Right, you don't get benevolent. You don't get goodwill for giving it back, man.
Yeah, like
crazy.
You didn't need selfish.
I ain't gonna lie. I do remember that Ford was the only company that didn't take the bailout.
Yeah.
But it ain't like they took it and gave it back. Like, come on, man.
So my thing is like you give it back after what it was. How long they had it? Like 2 weeks?
What, weeks? Right.
So
long enough for some people who really needed it couldn't get it. That's right. I don't give a fuck if it was 3 days.
No. But I'm saying they took it back. But after these are businesses. They have accountants. They have lawyers. So they yes, you know them cool. You know what I'm saying? The same way when our money's sitting in the bank overnight in your checking account, it's been flipped 100 damn times by the time you wake up in the morning. And you don't see any of that profit. But
they could have bet that 20 mil on some shorts or bet that 4 mil on some stocks in 2 or 3 days.
Yep, that's all it took.
You
know what I'm saying?
That's insane, yeah.
And they just gonna give it back. Oh, what? Oh man, you know what? Let's give it back. It's amicable. We shouldn't do this.
It's not amicable. It's actually horrible.
We shouldn't have did that. Let's not take that money. That's some bullshit.
Yeah, all I know is Ruth Chris got some banging ass sweet potato casserole. Nigga. Shit, I can go for that right now.
They open. You can get some.
Right.
I'm not trying to live that life right now, bro.
I'm just saying. You know what ain't open? The mom and pop shop.
Yeah, true.
Shake Shack need to get a fucking drive-through. That's the whole.
Shake Shack, the only burger place you can buy beer at.
What?
I don't think the premise is for them to have like a drive-through though. It's like kind of like
y'all can't buy beer at Shake Shack.
Yeah, the line always lit.
Who's Shake Shack? What we got? We got Shake Shack here.
Yeah, it's one down. It's one in the Harlem.
You can get a cold beer with that motherfucker.
There's one on Light Street, bro.
Oh, I don't get out. I don't do much.
I hate going because there's nowhere to park. So
yeah,
catch me. I'd rather go to the one in DC where I can actually park.
Right, you got cross one too many streets, baby.
Oh yeah, dude.
Oh hey,
don't do that thing.
No.
Hey, bro, what's your street crossing minimum? What's your street crossing maximum? What's your max out of street crossing?
Oh, half. I'm crossing the street.
Over under.
Yeah.
Yo,
like they got valet at the Shake Shack. That's the only way I'm going.
Hey, me. This nigga, we went to the game and shit. This nigga said, I said, we can park right here. He said, nigga, I'm not parking that. That's far. We was like a block. We was like a block away. Say, I don't cross those streets, dog.
Hey, cool.
That's probably the last street I crossed. I ain't gonna hold you. Going to the game probably is.
Neve, you see what it feel like to not cross those streets? And just, you know
look, you see how fat my face is, dog. I'm about to change my life, bro. All that weight I lost, I put that shit back on, bro. I got my life.
I've been eating less in the house, though. I've been eating less.
A bunch of
I lost weight, yeah.
Yeah, I lost like 10.
See, I be walking, so I be walking like 2-3 miles. I do like 2-3 miles walking a day. I do like 2-3 miles walking a day, easy working. I ain't been working.
Yeah, I'm 206. I ain't been 206 in a long time.
You 206? How tall are you?
I'm 5'8".
Oh my God, damn boy, a running back.
I was heavier than that though.
Motherfucking Ray Rice. Bro, you 240?
240.
Yo, we gonna get that off of you and wait till this shit. I'm gonna get that off of you this summer, nigga.
And listen, tell that nigga
I'm ready, man.
Put his hand down to the right or left of him. He got some shit right there beside him.
I don't.
Don't do my dog.
You don't?
I don't.
Where the party mix at?
Down there?
Nah, the party mix is over, yo. I ain't on that no more.
Hey, Ralph. Hey, Ralph.
Yeah.
Yo, I ain't gonna hold you. Yo, if you put I'm gonna give you some. I know you probably already did this, but if you get the plain Utz, right, and put them in a party mix and just shake it up.
I'll eat party mix.
Nigga. I used to buy them by the jar. Shay thought I was crazy. I used to buy party mix every time I went to the store.
I don't eat plain chips, yo. I'm good.
I stopped.
I told you soda gonna be the definitely.
That's your shit.
I'm all for it.
That's your shit.
Yo,
popcorn. I can't.
I got the soda. The soda curve is sparkling water, yo.
I limit water all day, bro. I be on limit water all day.
But the sparkling shit keep you from wanting to get fucking sodas. You still get the bubbles.
The carbonation, yeah.
Yeah, you still get the bubbles and all that shit.
Let me ask y'all this: who a better head in history? Who's the better head coach, Phil Jackson or Bill Belichick?
Phil Jackson.
Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick for sure.
I seen Phil Jackson do more with less.
Nigga, he had Rick Fox.
Yeah.
He had Kobe and Shaq, and he had Mike and Pittman.
I've seen him do more with different. I haven't seen Bill Belichick win. Remember, he got fired. Remember that?
Right. Nigga, Phil had Rick Fox running the point, nigga. Ask me how that shit worked.
At the point of what team?
He was bringing the ball up with LA a couple, in that triangle shit. It's slow ass.
Are we really saying that Phil Jackson is a better winner than Bill Belichick?
Yo, first of all, Phil Jackson has 13 rings. Is it?
Who?
No, 12.
Phil Jackson he won 2 with the Knicks.
11. He got 11. 11.
No, he won 2 with the Knicks.
As a coach.
It's coach. Right, it's 11.
Oh, all right, yeah, my bad. As a coach, right. Wait, okay. All right, 11, yeah. That's a lot.
Yeah.
It's just like,
I mean, but football, basketball, what do we get?
Yeah,
I mean,
it's hard. It's hard. You get one shot. The thing about
can we talk about the difficulty in football, bro?
Yeah, really the thing with football, you get one shot. You get one shot at that fucking.
Definitely more parity in football.
You get one shot at that.
And it's more elements. It's different elements.
Yeah,
the
injury factor is alone in football make the fucking
thing.
Right, but you got to have control of 15 people, then have control of 53, and get them all on the same page.
Yeah, I'm going Bill Belichick.
Yo, speaking
of Bill Belichick ain't won nothing without Tom Brady.
Yeah,
that's like saying you heard motherfuckers saying they made hole say okay, so make another hole. Like,
and listen, Bill Belichick
always had a star too. That's how I go.
Bill Belichick would have cut Dennis Rodman though. Dennis Rodman wouldn't have made
fuck your ass out of here with that. Straight up.
He wouldn't have cut. Belichick wouldn't have cut Dennis Rodman. He kept Hernandez, nigga. Hernandez had a killer nigga.
He didn't know. They didn't know.
They didn't know that.
Nigga,
he did hype Corey Dillon, Randy Moss. They might have talked with Rodman. They might have Chad Johnson.
Nigga,
Edelman.
Edelman just had a.
Ain't none of them niggas Rodman weird though. Ain't none of them
He
would have
He
appreciated
was killing people. Like, what are you talking about? That Rodman weird.
He would have appreciated Rodman's IQ.
Hernandez killed people on the weekends.
He literally
was killing people.
And when it signed his contract right after that, like
Yo had a hobby. Yo had a murdering hobby and shit. Like, what y'all doing tomorrow? I don't know, probably waxing nigga.
Right, like he was killing.
Man, Edelman do coke, and what he do? What he
stack jump with what he did?
So did
jump
what's the
Wes Welker?
Safety?
Oh,
the safety.
Chung. Oh yeah, Patrick Chung.
Chung got caught with coke too.
Had to blow on him. He had to blow on him.
Like always, yo.
He would have fit in it. He would have been in New England, fit in there. Y'all do a blow in the locker room?
Oh, right. Yeah.
Cocaine Cowboys.
This is the move. Hey, yo, how y'all feel about that? How y'all feel about that Drake mixtape, man?
There's a lot of throwaways.
I listened to it once and I've never listened to it again.
There's a lot of throwaways.
I like the couple drinks on there.
I like the Florida from Florida with Love joint. I like that shit.
Hold on. I'm the one who be giving him the most grief.
Right, so that's why when I said I didn't want to listen to it, you said you did.
Neef, you see how we objective though? We honestly can say it's not that good.
No, that's not. Hold on, let me go to the. What? That's not what was said on the group chat.
What was said?
Let me go back, man. Hold up, man.
Rel said it was throwaways. I agree with Rel.
What are you talking about?
No, I thought y'all was saying like it was hot. Hold on.
You definitely must be another group chat.
Oh no. Oh, Juice said the goat.
Juice said the goat.
You said Six God.
I was just talking about the launch. Like I was ready.
Yeah, he was putting it out there. Like, you said, I ain't brought this shit up since. Like,
I had to check.
I'm the most objective motherfucker when it comes to music. I will flame your ass if I'm your motherfucking favorite. But anytime that a Kiss and a Styles track come out, your motherfucker like, oh, it's the greatest album ever.
No,
the bars is so hard.
That's why I'm saying he to go.
Bro, you knew that's where I was going. I'm glad you said it.
Yo, every time
I will give it to anybody,
first of all,
yo.
He's lying, yo.
I'm not. When the last time you said the Kiss joint was trash? Never.
Never.
No, it was no. They had a joint that came out.
Bro.
Never.
No, bro.
Never.
I'm not letting you roll. I'm not letting you roll.
I don't say you trash. You do trash shit sometimes. I don't tell everybody.
Let's see. There you go. Try to change the subject.
Hey, the only reason why I'm saying he the GOAT is because he gets it as far as like content. Like he's gonna be putting it out. Like the other artists aren't putting out.
He didn't
content.
have to do that. Like when he did it. Like he did it.
No doubt. No doubt.
Yo went into your Dropbox and just went into his Dropbox and
leaking his shit, and he was like, "Yo, I'm just going to
throw it out." I ain't nothing else.
LeBron James and Jay-Z's Michael Jordan thing. He elevating the understanding. The game used to be put stuff out and hide.
Wait
Jay-Z
2 years.
Summer. Then they pulled back and secretive. But Drake got to understand the go of Tupac. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm gonna keep giving you some shit. Yeah.
Keep it out.
Yeah, he does.
I like it. That way he could throw it. He could throw it out there. He know the Drake fans gonna rock with it. The objectives gonna either take it or leave it, but it's gonna at least get one listen because it's Drake. And if it's a go, everybody gonna listen. Like
Yeah.
Tootsie Slide is just as annoying, and the shit. I catch myself singing that shit like at least 3 times a day.
Yo, I'm gonna fight you, bro, for the thing that you got in your hand right now.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
No, like listen. Okay, I ain't gonna say no more, dog. What's up? How y'all feel about that? Beyonce came on that Meg joint and killed that joint.
Meg trash.
Well,
Beyonce versus trash.
The lady,
what are we talking about?
The lady said they killed it.
Of course they did.
Hey, that shit was hard. That shit was hard, bro. I fucked.
Juice, I'm about to get a motherfucking Bun B track for you. Like you on the way. That shit trash.
That shit was
made for TikTok.
It was made for TikTok.
Right.
Yeah.
I get it.
Which is what I appreciate.
I don't think Meg is nice. That's just
I appreciate that they get it. That's all.
Yeah, right. They getting it. That's what I appreciate. I appreciate it.
Well, hey, bro, what Ray say? The best female rapper alive between Cardi
and then between Cardi and Meg is Cash Doll.
Hey, listen, bro. It's about moments. And the thing is, like, an artist right now can capture the moment. So, like, I could give you like 6-7 albums in a year now because you're in the moment, in the vibe. Like I'm all about the vibe. So TikTok, everything is about you living in the moment. You're never gonna get these most thoughtful projects again because nobody wants that. Right. They want to know what's your everyday move. So everything has to match. Like, yo, this is what I'm waking up, eating something. You know what I'm saying? Every day I wake up. You gotta find a new way to just say the everyday shit you do and make it cool. And if you're not and it's like if you're not being yourself, bro, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to see what you're doing. You don't have no fan base. That's why the whole, you know what I'm saying, oh buddy, what he was with the rodeo shit, it's like you saying you gay, then you're not gay. It's like, are you yourself or you not? Nobody wants to follow you now. Nobody's gonna fuck with him now. It's broken just that quick.
Well, he's not himself, right? He's the furthest thing from authentic. But the reality is when you have a song that big, you never have another one because your name ain't Michael Jackson.
Fuck the money up because Panini was a jam. Like I know he could do.
It ain't Old Town Road though. So like I don't care what Panini is.
That nigga was a plant, bro.
Gay plan.
Man.
But hold
This
on,
gay
was it a
plan.
moment? Was it a moment for Meg, or was it Beyonce setting up her next
Bro,
moment?
It was a moment for Meg more than anything.
I've watched the industry literally do this to female rappers and singers for the better part of 10 years now, right? Right. So you just been shifting, going from one person to the next, right? And I was sitting there, and we was listening to music the other day, and I'm like, damn, Nicki had some bangers, and she was rolling. And then like Cardi had her moment, and now it's Meg's moment. But I just don't think that she dope. I just don't. I don't think that she rapping about shit.
No.
I don't.
Her ad-libs, oh my God, I keep saying this. I know it's like a broken record, dog. She got 3 ad-libs in her chamber. Like, she got to switch it up.
I don't see it as heavy. I like it. I mean, I like her. I like the fact that she had, and this is just, you know, I think the more the merrier. I like the fact that she didn't have plastic surgery. I like the fact that they both from Houston, like basic shit. I like when Beyonce get on the track and rap and like talk her shit like she a dude.
But
I
what
like
took so long if they both from Houston, if that's the case? Like what?
Because
everything is
Beyonce
timeless.
does this. Just like
No.
So here's my point. Beyonce aligning with the hot female rapper is what I'm talking about.
Because Beyonce,
I'm talking about Beyonce aligning with the hot female rapper at the time. That's all I'm saying.
Right. So it's a game plan. It's a rollout. You know, we see it coming, but I no longer give the merits for that.
Okay,
but I'm not impressed by a thick girl from Houston.
No, but look, you have
that's not impressive.
Listen, bro. In the city of Houston,
sitting sideways all in the day.
There are two phenomenal women who are major in the game, major in the stake of attention, right there in the same song. It makes dollars because it makes sense. Like, dog, they are like.
Didn't it make sense Did it make sense a year ago? Yes or no?
No, because it wasn't ready. Like,
no. Juice. You're not listening to what I'm saying to you.
Okay, well, I can talk. Okay, go ahead.
So, Big Ol' Freak. You think Big Ol' Freak is not a bigger song than Savage, or it wasn't? It didn't have any meaning.
So I'm gonna talk. Okay, I'm gonna talk music marketing. So the way music marketing went was like this. Back in the day, what they would do was you had to release the single. Yeah. The whole purpose to get legs on the single is to build the attention. So as you get the attention, you build up the attention for the release. When you get the release, then you get legs on the album. Because this whole time you're building up momentum. If you make a mistake in the step, you can fuck an artist off. This is how an artist goes from having a good album and then the sophomore don't do it. Because what it was, you got your whole target audience the first time. But when you came back on the second motion, you didn't know how to fucking get the audience because the record label said, hey, we just gonna throw a bunch of money out there and that's all we're gonna do to keep pushing people. So they were pushing motherfuckers in the wrong direction, and where a handful of fans would come through, but now they gotta drop you because they spent all that money on you on the label. So when you marketing, it's a process. It's like, okay, Big Ol' Freak is supposed to get you the legs to get you to this point, to get you that point. Mm-hmm. It's a marathon. Nipsey told you how it go. You just gotta learn how to do it so we can do it. It's like you run it up, and then boom. So it's like, okay, boom. What she did was they drop Big Ol' Freak, it get legs on it. Okay, then it get legs on it, it gets you next point. But because when you expose her to the next point, the consumer says, we want you there. We want you there. We want you where you're supposed to be. But if Beyonce has to put her on, she never finds her target audience to support her up so she can go ahead and get her whole thing going. Mm-hmm. That's how the shit, that's just the game.
Can I answer the question?
Back in the day.
I'm going to answer the question. The reason why Beyonce is on Savage and wasn't on Big Ol' Freak is because Beyonce got music coming, bro. That's what the fuck it is. Beyonce about to drop before the summer over.
But it's also beneficial. It's also beneficial.
What you mean? You jump on a hot song and okay, listen, I'm coming.
Yeah.
And then she drop an album on a Friday.
I don't think Beyonce needs to do that in year 15.
But her daughter can rock the TikTok. Y'all missing that too, man.
No, I'm really not. I'm not impressed by Meg, and I never have been, and I don't think that that's something that Beyonce felt like she needed to do.
And it doesn't.
So why do you think she did it then, bro?
I don't fucking know. Nor do I care. But it's not because what's her name, Thick, and she from Houston. I don't want to hear that.
It's the
Adidas.
It's music. It's Blue Ivy could do it on TikTok. It took her 30 minutes to do. It's absolutely the right move. She knew the Rock Nation, Meg. It's the play that they do. It's the play out the book.
So it's for Meg. It was a Meg move.
It's for all of the above.
It's for everybody.
So Ho made the call, like, you know, well, he made the call. He rolled over and said,
he might have wrote the verse.
You know it'd be hot, babe, if you jumped on this Meg Jones.
He probably wrote the verse because it was hard. It was a pretty decent, like, it's not about it being as lyrical. It's about what it was saying. Like Beyonce talking about she on the OnlyFans. Come on, who wouldn't pay for that? I ain't gonna lie, nigga. With how much? I want to see it.
I don't think Beyonce got that good, bro.
Huh?
I don't think Beyonce got that good, bro.
I didn't say that. I'm just saying, but when she dropped the verse, like, the whole point was to get you to think, like,
you think she got that good?
I do. You know what? I would like to see her on OnlyFans. I would like to see her on OnlyFans. She said it. I like to
see her do what? That's like.
But listen.
That's my question.
Get naked. If she not get naked, I'm gonna do this.
See her hold up a show, hit Adidas. It don't fucking matter. If OnlyFans don't say, hey, come, here you go, here go 20% of the company. Right on there.
Beyonce's supposed
to. That's what they supposed to do, but ain't nobody gonna do that because they don't do that.
Why would she say that, though?
You ain't gonna pay for it, but somebody would.
Oh, for sure.
And they know that. And they know that. So that's why it's like, okay, like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, and no disrespect to the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to Hov. Like, it's just, obviously, we wouldn't attempt to do that because, you know what I'm saying, you should never, you know what I'm saying, even think of another man's wife in that manner. You know what I'm saying? If you're a real man, that's that man's wife. But the whole idea and concept is that, you know what I'm saying, hey, you could, you know what I'm saying? But he's in control of that. He's the man. She follows what he says, so he's not insecure about that. He know he got it at the end of the day. But I'm just saying, she said it is dope. The whole thing is like the whole play is dope.
I want to take something small from what you just.
She's smart. She was talking shit. And she was picking from youth culture, OnlyFans, I'm on Demon Time, whatever the shit they be saying. Like, it's just, somebody wrote that, and you know, it's just a moment. I think it's straight out their playbook, though.
Like I say, no cap. Like niggas my age don't always say no cap. I say no cap. I'm hip to it. Like, you gotta know the lingo to keep, you know, the energy going. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? You gotta update. You gotta constantly grow. You gotta constantly get better. Like, you know, and especially in the game of music, like, that's how I go, bro. If you ain't dropping no 808s on it, they're not listening. If you're not dropping certain melodic, you know what I'm saying? If you don't know how to really keep the groove going, how to make the song, you're not winning. So Beyonce says she got more in her, and she does. In today where you can be widely distributed through the internet, you know, one's career can span a very long time in the industry now, especially if you gain control of the digital estate. You know what I'm saying? If you just like, okay, I got all the attention, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's for me, then at the end of the day, it's like, that's what it's about. That's what this whole, like, look, Facebook is finna start charging live. They finna have it to where you go. And we said that the prophetic podcast, we said that, you know, hey, what's gonna happen? It's gonna be, that's what it's gonna be.
Well, you got to, because somebody's gonna have to monetize something they can't no longer do. So what are you gonna do when you don't have a live concert? You're gonna have to put it online and put it on the internet, and then you have to start charging motherfuckers to see you. And a motherfucker might realize at this point it might be advantageous for them to do that because they might reach more people. Honestly,
I got a question. It's kind of small. It's kind of to the left what you said, but Juice, and I think it's an interesting question. I want to see how y'all feel about it. You said something similar to the fact that she's Hov's wife. So what do y'all consider the rules of that? Like, my rules are, as far as looking at other people, women, I believe niggas gonna look at your wife regardless of whatever. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't look at my homie's wife or nothing like that, or you know, that ain't my twist. But I'm just saying, like, I don't think the respect value as far as that out here, I don't think it's out here like that. Like, guys gonna look at your wife, niggas ain't gonna see your wife and see her, like, if your wife's in the supermarket, right? And they see she got a wedding ring on, they're not gonna be like, oh, she got a wedding ring on, let me stop looking at her.
Hey, look, you okay, y'all want the red pill or the blue pill? Which one y'all want?
I want the red pill. I'm asking.
You want the red pill? You sure? Okay.
Yeah.
Red pill. Every woman in her gut is a slut. I don't give a fuck what you say.
Oh shit.
Every woman in her gut is every woman wants to be fucked a certain way. And you just have to understand that as a man, it's up to you how you tame her and make her obedient to you. The way you do that is with your dick and with your rule. And if you know how to do it, and understanding and controlling her mind, understanding how she communicates. That's how it goes. So when you understand, that's how the game goes. That's how a pimp can have a chick hit the stroll because he's in control. That's how that shit happens. So I'm not worried.
Juice.
That's what I'm saying. Wait,
that's mind control. Ain't that mind control? That's mind control more than physical control.
Hey, she want to be controlled. She wants to be controlled.
She want to
be controlled. Listen,
right?
If you can't, go ahead. My bad. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
You're not as a pimp don't control the woman with his dick. He control the woman with his mind.
Cause that's how you got to fuck with them. Sex don't mean shit to them. Sex don't mean shit to them, and you gotta let them know that sex don't mean shit to you by having another one of them around. That's how they fucking function. So she already know who's important. That nigga powerful. He can do what he want to do. Everybody got it fucked up like, oh, she's running things. No, because they don't understand. Like, dog, he's in fucking control. He don't care if you're looking at his wife. Now, you as a man, if you're checking out his fucking wife, and you know what I'm saying, in the sense that you want her over going to have your own women, that's some bitch shit. Because women like to share, men don't. That's just how it fucking be. A man wants shit for himself. A man wants to be better for himself. A man wants to have his own. Because that's what men do. They come up under what the fuck we be on. But we on this bitch shit right now where it's like, we put the pussy on the fucking pedestal. Look, they don't like what I gotta say, because I'm gonna just be real. Because I'm walking in my truth. I'm happy and I'm free. I know with them, that Steph Curry wife, when she said Aisha, what she's saying is, I want niggas to look at me in a sexual manner because they know that's how they influence a motherfucker. They love that shit. They are sexual and they into it in their guts, but you gotta control them. You gotta be like, hey, nah, you can't fuck with me if. That's how that shit is. So we got to get over that. Like, as men, we got to stop thinking that, like, ain't no fucking pedestal. Ain't no perfect, you're my wife because I make you my wife. Now, if you don't fuck with what I'm talking about, you can get the fuck on. I ain't even tripping, bro, because I can make it stack up. Man know how to multiply. Hey, bro, please, don't get me on this shit. Like, I just, woo.
Hey, Juice, you going to answer my question, though, Juice?
Like, okay, my bad. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I like what was the
I
question?
said no. We was talking about like basically the fact.
Like, does he care? Like, but her.
No. I'm saying like no. All right. Like, what I'm asking is basically like, because you said like, you know, it's rules to certain stuff. Like, I never look at none of my homies ladies. That's just how I'm built. Even though I know guys who will do that. Will look at his homeboy. Yo, she bad. I'll be like, yo, dog, it won't even do that. You know what I'm saying? But it's. You were talking about Beyonce and the fact that we talking about the fan only thing, and it popped into my head like basically just like, you know, where do you stand on that? Like, I've looked at other men, wife before, they wasn't my homies or somebody I knew.
But what are you asking? Like, so what do you like? What exactly?
Like, what's the limits to it? Basically, like, what's the limits as far as like
allowing your wife to do that?
Like no, I'm just saying as far as like the rules, like it's rules, like, you know, like I said, I don't think, you know, I ain't had no problem with that. If a boy with a chick in the mall and I see him, I'm gonna look at her ass because I don't know him. You know what I'm saying? Right. And that aspect of things. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's in that aspect of things.
Well, it's like this, bro. You got eyes. You're gonna look at somebody's girl, but you don't even know if that's somebody's girl until like put it like this. If I'm in the mall, I see some titties and ass. That's what I see. But if she's cuffed up with a nigga, I'm not even worried about her. Like, I'm not worried about another nigga's gal on site. Like, to be honest with you, how many of us as men are Beyonce fans in terms of listening to her music all the time? She's a phenomenal singer, but I don't listen and look at Beyonce. I don't look and fantasize about Beyonce. The women that I like on Instagram, I think they're probably by themselves and slutty. That's who I look for. I want the woman who doesn't have kids, who's going to fuck me as much as I want. That's what I'm looking for. So it's like, at the end of the day, it never crosses my mind.
Like, for us as men, is Beyonce like a sex symbol anymore? It's just like,
not for me.
just, like, you respect her hustle, but like a Rihanna, you look at Rihanna, you respect the hustle, but still you look at her like, damn, Rihanna bad. I don't look at Beyonce and see her as being, I think she's a beautiful woman, but I don't see that same, you know what I'm saying?
That's Ho's wife, man. Like, I respect that. That's my favorite rapper.
But see, it's certain like Ayesha Curry to me, she's a pretty girl to me, but she's not what I think I would like. You get what I'm saying? As far as
and
she said that too.
That's why he's getting pussy. That's why he's getting pussy. That's why he's getting pussy on the side, and she don't like it because he just doesn't want to fuck with her. He wants to fuck with other bitches. So it's like she's mad and she got on TV and tried to make it off. He got a bitch somewhere, I guarantee. So hey, get over it. Get over it, honey. That's how it's supposed to be.
That's her fault.
Yeah, that's her fault. Like, you mad? Like, this would kill me with that situation, Neef. Is like, and to your point, Neef, you bring up some great points and you don't understand them because you're a man, Neef. Like, ever since I know you, you are a man. You don't be, your whole thing is about what? You listen to your own personal belief systems. You don't like broad this shit. You have certain things that you're a fighting nigga. You have a lot of beliefs. You're a man. So when you hear all these like funny little things that like, damn, that shit sound. It's like you can't compute it. It's like you said, you could barely like you are like trying to compute some bitch shit. It's like you gotta confront like that's bitch shit. Like, hey bro, it's bitch shit to be like that, to just be wandering around another nigga's pockets, wondering about his pockets. That's some bitch shit. And so like just go ahead.
I seen some crazy ass shit on Twitter, right? Where guys have fetishes for seeing women take a shit. Like,
hey bro, you can log me off.
But I was like, no, listen, that shit was like, no, I'm like,
we talking about scat?
I'm like, is that a thing?
Hey, what real man? Can we be honest? What real man don't want no put? Like, you want somebody to take shit on you, bro? Instead, I'm not cheating.
No. Listen, bro, I'm talking about to watch her take a shit. Shit is weird, dog. Like, this shit is weird. Like, it ain't nothing sexy about that at all. Niggas will pay a woman.
I mean, that's not new. Unfortunately, it's still gross.
Right. Shit is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's dog. Okay, now where was you at when you seen this again?
Twitter.
I'm gonna tell you about that Twitter shit, bro. That shit be crazy. They be showing porn but look, this is why I don't look at porn, bro. Like, the reason why I don't look at porn, I stopped looking at porn because I'm gonna be real with you. Like, as a dominant male, I don't want to look at another man's penis going to some pussy. Like, I should have the right as a man to go get some pussy if I want. You know, why would I tame myself as a man and not just go get some pussy? Why am I looking at another penis going some pussy? It's like I'm giving that revere. I mean, this is my personal belief. I'm not saying anybody, you know, I'm not judging anyone. This is my personal belief. I just don't look at that shit because then you get little shit like that slipping in, like, you know, taking the shit and all the little weird little, you know what I'm saying? It's like, nah, I just don't fuck with that shit. For real, on some trill shit, bro. Like me, like, that's the thing. Like, we're always taught to suppress, like, but you just gotta be responsible. Like, why am I not doing this? I've been told this is wrong, and then I'm gonna go look at some fucking porn. You know, like, if she's got an attitude and I can't get no pussy, I gotta go to porn, or this is Pornhub. I don't need to be on the internet bragging about Pornhub, nigga. I'm fucking right now. I have been fucking the whole quarantine. What are you talking about, nigga? I'm not Pornhub. What? Like, why do we think that shit's cool? I don't even think the shit's cool to brag about that.
My thing ain't porn, but like it speak to when Juice was like, we got eyes and how you look, right? So or how you would look at somebody, like, so first of all, you don't know somebody's wife or girlfriend or whatever if you just see them out. But like, especially as men and even women, I remember one time we was in church and it was a lady we was visiting the church, and it was the lady literally in front of me and my wife to the left of me. And she had the tightest pencil type skirt on with the biggest booty probably in church, right? So at the end we were able to talk about it because we didn't talk about it in church. But at the end we talked about it, and we didn't talk about the girl with because you can't talk about no body shape, right? But I said it's a shame we almost got to pretend that nobody seen her ass in church, like literally. Like you got to be like up here, like I don't see her, but like you're not gonna pay attention.
You can't even look straight.
That. You can't even. I mean, you can because you either you do or you ain't. Like because you're gonna look if you got eyes. So the fact is, women see fine women. Yep. So men, married or not, you ain't got a fucking shot if you see somebody, especially we visual creatures. So you're gonna check somebody fine out now where you don't want to be disrespectful, especially if somebody got no nigga. Like, why would you invite bad energy in your life by being like, damn, and she walking with somebody? That's some young people shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? But looking, you definitely gonna notice.
Right.
I mean, but it's like this though. What kind of dress was it? Cool, like
was it pencil dress? Oh, she definitely was trying. They always chasing. She definitely, look, I'm not no disrespect, but she definitely was. It was what it was. Look,
man, dick and attention. Like Tommy Sotomayor say, dick and attention. That's what they want, dick and attention. They're trying to get attention. So it's like that's why. If you notice on the ship, right? Let's talk that Navy talk. If it's just men around, like we have our way of governing things. When a woman get involved, it's like, oh shit, change up, and then niggas start fighting over and shit. That's why it's silly to fight over a woman like nigga. Like
that's broader shit though.
Yeah, that's big shit. Like though. I ain't finna trip over no. Look, dog, if she gonna choose up anyway. It don't matter. She gonna always choose up. Go ahead.
Ain't nothing worse than a nigga who try to put on the show when a female around. Ain't nothing worse than that nigga. Ain't nothing worse than that nigga who try to put on the show or try to be the guy.
What you mean? What you mean by that?
When you trying to shine.
I tried dunk on a nigga before. Is that the same thing?
No. I'm saying like when you
100% the same. Don't fucking no. Yes.
I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at getting your shit off on the court. But if we all sitting around here chilling and we laughing and joking, and then a woman come in and then you trying to grind somebody up or put on the show because she's entered the room, that's sucker shit to me. That's broader shit to me. I ain't mad at that though. If you hooping, I feel like it is.
Why?
I feel like it is.
It's what brought it.
No, listen. If you're trying to shine on somebody else, if
you
sitting there chilling and then
shine.
No.
No. Give me somebody else like that nigga a clown. That nigga a clown.
No, that's corny. That's corny. Yeah.
Oh, he black as shit. Like, dog, that's like.
Oh, that's
trying
corny.
to show off.
I know a boy. He's a bitch. Like women do that. Like, oh, look at her eyelashes. Oh, look at her eyelashes. So
No, not even that. Whereas though it's like because she's there, you're trying to make yourself seem like a guy by putting somebody else down.
He wants attention. He wants attention.
Exactly.
He usually wants dick and attention. He's a bitch. He's just like her. She wants dick and attention. So does he. That's why you in the club and you see niggas, they go to the bottle section before the bitches do. It's like they bitches for attention. Man, a lot of these niggas is bitches, bro. Straight up. Like, nigga, why does it matter what I'm doing? It should be yourself. If you're a nerd, be a nerd. Learn how to make that money and get whatever you want in life. Whatever you want, you can be yourself.
A lot of boys don't know how to stick to know your strengths and run with it. Like, if you know your strengths, know what you're good at. Like, ain't nothing worse than the guy who, like, let's say I'm cool with somebody. I'm cool with a chick. That's like perfect example. Like, we talk about this all the time. Like, there's certain stuff I can say to Rel that another motherfucker who knew just can't say to Rel. You get what I'm saying? So I done seen motherfuckers who, if I got a relationship with a female, me and her joke, you feel like you can joke with her that same way because you see how me and her interact. You can't do that, bro. You get what I'm saying? And what I'm doing is natural. You're not being yourself. If you're trying to do something I'm doing, because you feel like that's going to work because you see how she reacted to me to it, that don't mean she going to react to you to it. You feel what I'm saying? That's what a lot of niggas be doing. That should be goofy as shit.
Yeah.
Let me ask y'all this real quick. I had something else I wanted to ask y'all real quick. Damn. Oh yeah. Are you who you hang with? Are you who you hang with? Are you, if your homies, if none of your homies got no job, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, are you the guy? Are you your environment? Like you say, the birds of a feather?
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
You're the
sum of your 5 closest friends.
Yes. Lie down with dog, you're going to get fleas.
Yeah, right. For sure.
Some of your 5 closest friends. You can say it a lot of different ways. You reap what you sow, right? There's a lot of different ways. Every belief system, every religion, every whatever.
Nobody on this call would let me
Yeah.
do some knucklehead shit. Like, yeah, you're about to go do it. Like, yo, sit your motherfucking old ass in the house some goddamn where.
And
Yeah,
every time I'm about to,
I got one for y'all too. I got one for I'm gonna elevate the conversation just briefly. When I talk to my wife, she and I ain't gonna get carried away, but like sometimes it can be hard to elevate in a space when you gotta say do something like go to work or do whatever, because where you have to be put, it might not be the elevation you seeking, right? So what I was saying, when we talk about specifically the sum of the 5 friends or the sum of the 5 people you hang around, you can intentionally put yourself in a space. You can look at YouTube videos, you can listen to Audible books, you can listen to whatever inspiration. Those voices then become part of the 5 people you're hanging around. So your ETs, your whatever, however you get that nourishment, if you feed that part, that also is part of that you can create your environment. And we missing that, black people. We don't got
that motherfucker spit. That motherfucker spit.
We can create our environment with these fucking computers in our hand now.
This nigga spitting.
Come on.
Yeah.
Hey, man, let me tell you something since we went ahead and went there, man. Okay? I wasn't supposed to even say that. I wasn't supposed to say what he just said, but cool. You just said what I've been thinking and what I've been elevating my family on. And one of my messages is cut these fucking broken families out because you mad because your man is over here with her when y'all supposed to be connected trying to elevate the community. You mad, you hating on the sister, but you can't get the information because you can't respect me. I'm trying to show you, I'm trying to get you the game, but you worry about what that bitch got. But you don't understand, with Ascension, dog, it comes that. Ascension come with a pension. That's just how it is. So it's like, you got to invest. I'm sewing in. I'm going to grow. Guess what? It's coming with me, baby. You either going to be there or not. But you don't understand the concept. It's going to take me to show you. Now, I say it like that. Boom. You hate me. But it's the truth. That's why the whole riddle is to thine own self be true. So it's like if a man walk in himself and he know what it is, then he ain't got to worry about no whole shit. Then when you can conquer yourself, when you kill a bitch inside of you, then you can have the bitch that's next to you obedient and lift her up and the other bitch, because they got to go hand in hand anyway. Motherfuckers don't understand how this shit go. Black people, we about to really come back to that shit. And it's like what he just said. When you understand that, you can build what you need to grow, but you got to be a man first. If you fearful, if you can't handle that, my nigga, you ain't ready for it. So that's why I say we want the red pill or the blue pill. I'm gonna give you the red pill. That's
but
how
see, that go back to what we was talking about earlier in the conversation, whereas though you're around people who are achieving things, you get what I'm saying, and not being jealous and taking it and letting it, fuel you. You know what I'm saying? Instead of hating the fact that, oh, my homie just grabbed the house, or my man just got a new car, or he got a new job, and he's starting his own business. You know what I mean? Instead of it being a thing where as though you hating it, you taking it and being like, well, that's what's up. Or how can or put me on game. You get what I'm saying? And that's the difference. Whereas though,
well, who hanging around these people? Like,
okay,
I don't even know nobody like that. Like, I literally don't know anybody like that.
Wait.
Right.
I know what he's saying.
You have to be intentional too, Terrell, whether you realize it or not, and choosing your,
Right.
That
people.
is correct, 100%. So when I say, just like we talk about, we don't know no fathers who ain't taking care of their kids.
Right.
I don't know these people. Right.
Right. But you don't gotta know, real. But you see it. We just seen Nipsey get killed for what? When he didn't do nothing to that man. You know what I'm saying? We see it all the time, even though we're not living it personally. Because I don't have anybody in my circle. I swear I don't want no negative energy around me. So I'm cool off of it. But we see it daily and on the news. We see it all the time, bro.
These niggas don't think they gotta work. And see, the whole concept of just like Jesus is slipping. The whole concept of Jesus
but it was
is but feel this though. The whole concept of Jesus is build, right? He's the builder. So it's like you gotta be a man and build up. You gotta build what you want, how you want to see your shit. You are when they say you the king, you God, like you are the grand design, dog. Like you gotta know how to make your shit flow, and until you figure that out, you gotta search inside yourself. So a lot of niggas be hating themselves. When you hate me, you really hate you. They don't understand that. So if a nigga don't have a knowledge of self, look, that's why back in the day when the hip hop, when they talking about have a knowledge of self, they had to get that out of here. Nigga, you can't make this up.
Quick.
When we start talking about
Poor righteous teachers. Yo, they used to be.
Hip hop is about knowledge of self, because when you spit it out over music, the spoken word, that shit moves shit, dog. You talking about your shit. You speaking your shit. You talking about your grind. But you gotta have a knowledge of self. That's why when these niggas out here killing, talking about killing, they ain't got a knowledge of self. Because when you kill another nigga, you killing me, bro. Or you not helping the other nigga elevate. That's why they jealous. They bitches. They're women. But until you tame the bitch inside yourself, you can't tame the bitches around you who causing all the trouble in the first place.
Yeah. David Banner is one that understood the elevation from what he used to put out to where he is now. And you know, it's not like it's just kind of how things go and how I think things are supposed to naturally grow. When people say they woke, like it ain't no sleep or woke. Being woke is a constant growth and process. You always should be elevating and learning new stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when you start to learn those things, it again just becomes second nature. Some of us learn it quicker than others. Like, and it's crazy because remember how it used to be genres of rap? You'd be like conscious rap, backpack rap, gangster rap, right? The softest shit on the radio got killing and drugs and murder in it. Whatever it is, the catchiest, jingliest shit might have an I shoot you in a you like, you know what I mean? Real quick. So like, ain't even no gangster rap as a genre no more. All that shit is permeated with death of brother, death of somebody else, death of another man, and that shit ain't by coincidence.
That Nelly shit. What was that Nelly shit? We going down, baby. Your street in the Range Rover. Street sweeper.
That's a great example.
Ready to let it go. Like
a great example. Street sweeper, baby, cop ready to let it go.
Right.
Like for me, man, like my whole thing,
to weed, light it up and take a puff, pass it to me now.
Right.
Yeah. Where the fuck like go?
It's wrong. Like now, my whole thing for me, like when I make music, my shit is about being yourself. Like, yeah, this is me. This is Juice. This is Charm Guy. But it's like my whole thing is this is who I am. You know what I'm saying? And anybody that fuck with me, they just vibe like me. And that's what it's about, you know. And my whole thing is know yourself. That's my message. My message: know yourself. Be happy with who you are. Elevate those around you. You know, show love, give love, you know what I'm saying? Be a man, don't let, you know what I'm saying, nobody run over you. And that's just how it is. And
you know what, Juice, not to cut you off, but like the good news is being yourself is enough. See again, there was another generation where it was wrong. Like that whole assimilate, and that's what Michael Jordan kind of comes in. Michael Jordan is of an age where that whole assimilate, we should be and move like this, even though he had real dark skin. You know what I'm saying? Imagine being from where they from and being of a generation where you're supposed to assimilate and get along, right? So that changed, especially more recently. It changed over the last 10, 15, 20 years or so, where people, if you understood, like you ain't got to get along, you could be yourself and still get it, right? You could get money with your own people. You can get money with somebody on the other side of the world. It's a lot of different ways and stuff. So people are being more comfortable. And I would count myself of a class. Being more comfortable just being a natural self. Cause ain't no, you don't have to be, you're not dismissed for being ultra buttoned up, or you can make mistakes or be kind of yourself. Like, and that's a positive thing. We got to seize on it on some level. So.
No doubt, fellas. No doubt, man.
Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you like this. This podcast, now this one right here, this a gem. And those that know. So if they dig and dive in on this one, dog, this is the uber motherfucking game right here, dog. No cap. Ain't nobody fucking with the words that was spit on this shit. So I'm just being real, man.
Yeah, no doubt. I definitely was feeling the vibes on this one, man. Y'all got anything else on your minds? I got a couple other things, but we can save them till next week. You know.
I actually got a jet, man. I gotta go.
All right. Well, this is Brothers Talking Shit, episode 92. Another great episode, fellas. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. You know how we go.
Appreciate you, bro.
Love y'all too, man.
All right. We out of here, man. I gotta figure out this liquor shit, nigga. I am too sober right now.